This movie is excellent on every level possible.
This is a beautiful movie with great performances in it.
Images from this film stay in my mind.
I think it's just almost like a perfect movie.
It is definitely an essential.
The Man Who Would Be King, 1975. This is another great example of the work of John Huston.
It's Michael Caine, it's Christopher Plummer, it's Sean Connery. It's a perfect cast.
There's so many great Kipling stories that have been told on screen. This is one of the best.
This is the ultimate buddy movie.
We've been all over India. We know her cities, her jungles, her jails, and her palaces. And we have decided that she isn't big enough for such as we.
Yes, that's what I understood the commissioner to say.
Therefore, we are going away to another place, where a man isn't crowded and can come into his own. We're not little men, so we're going away to be kings. Kings of Kafiristan.
Oh, Kafiristan.
We hear they have 32 idols there, so we'll be the 33rd and 34th.
You made a comment about this movie I think is so apt. You said, if there's going to be a big, boisterous, exciting adventure film, let it be this one.
Yeah, let it be this one.
It's such a good movie.
It's
The Man Who
such a
Would Be
good
King.
movie. It is the ultimate buddy movie.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it took forever to get it going.
Yes.
You know, John Huston, I think, had plans for it way back in the 40s with Bogart and
Yes.
Clark Gable. Then it was to be Peter O'Toole and Richard Burton. Then it was to be
see, again, it's
Redford
an
Newman.
example of how things work out for the best.
Yeah.
Because there could not be a better cast for this film.
In this case, Sean Connery and Michael Caine.
Yes. And Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer, too, exactly.
And put them together with John Huston, and that he wanted to do this adventurous
Right.
story, shot all in Morocco, I
Right.
believe, where it's supposed to be Afghanistan, but it's very rugged, and there's not a lot of tale to it except just the scope of it.
Right.
And you'd have to say, buddy love affair of these two guys that were in war together, were in battle together, and that's the only life that they know.
Right. Now, you worked with Michael Caine a couple of times.
Yes, I
So
did.
talk a little about that, about him as an actor.
He is so funny. You know, as we had talked about David Niven being so funny off camera, Michael Caine is really, really a funny man.
He thinks funny.
He thinks funny, he is funny. And I understand in this movie that John Huston said sometimes he felt like he was watching a vaudeville act because they would come in with these bits.
Halt! Hats off!
And it's so what Michael does. I can see him thinking up and choreographing some of these physical bits that they have, the two of them. And the repartee, the working back and forth that they have.
Ha! This ain't no laughing matter.
They just kind of worked it out themselves and presented it to John Huston, and he said, yeah, let's shoot that.
Danny, we've had this rare streak of luck. Let's quit winners for once. Cut and run while the running's good.
You call it luck. I call it destiny.
Ha ha!
I think a little later in his life, John Huston didn't do a lot of directing, but he was guiding more than anything. Say, don't tone it down, you know, do a little more here, something like that.
You know, I think if you're smart enough to know how to cast and to
Yes.
get the right actors, I
Right.
think that would be called great direction.
And they bring it to the table.
They bring it, and you create an atmosphere that allows them to do that, which is not actually an easy atmosphere to create. But you give them a kind of rein, and you also have to have the right actors to know how, when it's too much and when it's not enough, and how to create this
Right.
this world.
Yes, indeed. So let's see the film. Here it is, from 1975, an adventure tale from director John Huston, based on a story by Rudyard Kipling. We bring you The Man Who Would Be King.